Hey guys, Jim Gann, Century 21, Judge Fight, official real estate company of the Dallas Cowboys, and hey, Grego.
How y'all doing? Good to see you.
What do you got? Anything?
Grego. Four Seasons Pest Control, man.
Greg and myself are live. We are here at the Edge Lutheran Church, which also serves as a coffee shop, and I just wanted to give y'all guys a quick tour and a shout out to them. This place is really nice. It's in Lake Worth here. The address is actually 39A Boat Club Road. It's right behind Home Depot and near the cinema here as well, right off the highway. So anyway, check this out real quick. Smile, there you go. Thank you. Okay, so there you go. I just wanted to thank them for allowing us to be here, and Greg has a couple of things that he wanted to share with you guys. For one, look at William. Hey, William, man. Sean.
Let me take the glasses off. I don't shine that way so much.
Thanks for joining. Don't listen to him yet. He'll be good.
Hey, wait a minute.
I'll tell you what. This is one of the things that we're going to try to do about once a month. Here, Greg is going to share just what's going on out there in the field that he sees. He also, hey, Les, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. Good guy. Steve Mounts, are you serious? Good job. Another Judy. Hey, thank you guys. As well as any questions that you might have any as Greg is sharing some information. But first, there's some big news for Greg. Why don't you share that with us, Greg?
Well, started out, I was going to do Bugmasters up here in Fort Worth. They're out of Austin, and they've been up here about 4 years, and they just weren't making it work the way they wanted to. So
where were they out of?
They were out of Austin normally.
Okay. They were trying to...
And they were trying to get it to roll up here, and it just wasn't working quite right. So they decided to close it down. And I was fortunate enough that I was able just to go in and pick up the accounts for them. I reopened under Four Seasons Pest Control. We will be able to do all the same services that the other company was doing for you, except we really will be local. There won't be any of this got to worry about calling Austin or calling anybody else. You can call me directly because I'll be the one doing the work and taking care of you.
Well, good. Well, look who's joined us. Hey, Lisa, thank you for joining. Really appreciate that. We had the one and only Matt Baker.
Matt Baker from...
Yeah, tell
Hey, Matt, how are you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to hear you joined us up. This ought to be fun today.
Yeah, man. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted for Greg to discuss with us was we have next to an epidemic with the mosquitoes. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, in parts of the world it is. Now, you know, it's here in the United States. Nothing quite as bad as it is like where they're going to hold the Summer Olympics this year. But you must be very careful if you're pregnant or about to get pregnant because it does cause birth defects from the mosquito bites. It is a very dangerous thing. So that's one of those things that you need to be prepared for the next few months. We recommend that you probably go from now until October to go ahead and get treated for mosquitoes. Because of the fact, yeah, no, I got a fly. So it is a real important thing that needs to get done. It's called the Zika virus. It does cause birth defects, as you've I'm sure seen on TV. And because of all the rain that we've had here over the last month, we have a lot of standing water. If you have standing water at your house, you need to try to get rid of it as much as possible, such as in pots, or even bird baths sometimes can cause mosquito larvae to lay their eggs there, or the mosquitoes to lay their eggs there. So it's real important to walk your yard, make sure you don't have a lot of extra water standing around.
Hey, Joe Webb, David Banks. Good to see you guys, man. If anybody has any questions about what Greg does, and/or whatever the case may be, if you have any questions pertaining to pest control, mosquitoes, what he can do about it, join in. Please ask a question. Hey, thank you too, William, man. Really appreciate you joining us there. Let me ask you a question. Exactly what do you do for the mosquitoes?
Well, we can never get rid of all of them. I wish we could, because if your neighbors don't do anything, you're probably still going to get a few. But what we can do is we can come in and treat all of your bushes around your home, any place that mosquitoes like to live, besides standing water. They love shrubs.
Why is that?
Well, because normally they're moist.
Okay.
People keep them watered. They're moist, they're damp.
Okay.
They're a cool area to be, and that's where mosquitoes like to go.
Okay.
So we'll treat those on a monthly basis, which will help to bring that population way down.
Okay, very good. Rianne, thanks for joining. Glad to see you there. I have noticed, and everybody else has probably noticed as well, that I've always wondered why they gathered. I thought that it might be just because the bush isn't at Harvard. It was good, just a good insulation point, but it's because of the moisture that they hold, huh?
Yeah, they have moisture. It is cool. It's a cool place for them to live. I mean, as far as temperature-wise, they can go in there and live. It's usually darker because most people don't trim up or have a lot of light in their bushes, so it's usually a darker area.
Okay.
But I don't want you all to get the understanding or forget that, number one, that we do have a mosquito in this area now that bites even or stings even in the daytime. I just see a question here come out at dusk and dawn. Not really quite true. We have what's called a tiger mosquito, and it does bite all day long. Okay, it's not just an evening or dusk mosquito now.
Les, thanks for the question. Give us another one, man. So you said that you'll treat on a monthly basis. Through the summer is pretty much when those things need to be.
Yes, that's it. Normally it'll start to die down, slow down November, December, January. Now, of course, this year, we didn't have much of a winter.
Okay.
So we did have mosquitoes almost all year long, kind of. But we really don't treat for them as much because come November, December, January,
more mosquitoes.
I hate this fly. That is the time people are outside, and they're normally getting destroyed by mosquitoes and don't want to be in the yard.
Did you like that word, destroyed?
Destroyed by the fly.
So you say that you treat. Exactly now, do you spray the perimeter of the house? Do you spray the yard? Exactly how do you go about treating them?
The yard really doesn't do a whole lot of good. You got to spray the bushes and around the perimeter, but mostly you want to treat the shrubs.
Okay.
Okay, that's the biggest area.
Really?
That you're going to find your mosquitoes. It's really kind of funny. I walked out in my backyard.
Alex Ramsey.
How you doing, Alex? I walked in my backyard the other day, and I have a kind of an overgrowth in my shrubs, and I was back there looking at them, seeing if I want to start trimming them up. And I got chewed up by mosquitoes. I said, guess what? I got to treat my own yard. What can I say? The mosquitoes are there.
Did you do it?
Yes, sir. Sure did.
Right.
They're treated.
Very good. Alex, thanks for joining, man. Really appreciate it. What else besides mosquitoes is going on out there? I know that I have a lot of landscape and lawn care experience, and the fire ants were really an issue.
Fire ants, I've noticed that they're popping up some. I want you all to understand fireworks are always fireworks. Fire ants are always there.
That's in July.
Yeah, that's coming up real soon.
And Greg, that's next month.
Okay, we can talk about that next month. Okay, sorry. Anyway, fire ants are always there. They never go away. They kind of drop down underneath the surface. You don't normally see them much. Why you see them now, for the number one reason, is because we've had so much rain. Or after you've watered the yard, all of a sudden you may notice a mound pop up. All they're trying to do is vent the soil, get it where it's not wet down there. If you break that mound apart normally, you'll find all kinds of eggs up on top. They're trying to make sure the eggs stay dry. So
that is really interesting. I don't know if this is interesting to you guys as it is to me, and let me tell you why. Also, we've got Sean. Sean, you joined, man. Nice to see you, buddy. Julie, thank you. Shelly, good to see you guys. Alex has a comment. He has, I notice fire ants all the time running barefoot or in sandals along the side of the road. Please create fire ant nuclear bombs. What do you got for him?
Well, I don't have a nuclear bomb, but we do have a product that's excellent product for
Can he put it on his feet?
No. I'd probably spray it. I'd probably get some DEET and spray it on your feet, so that way you don't get. I don't know if that'll really stop fire ants from biting you. Once they get on you, they're going to bite you.
I think that he's playing a little bit with us in the fact that
I understand.
His feet by this time. Alex Ramsey is a barefoot runner. You need to look him up.
Okay.
Good buddy of mine. Check him out. He's on Facebook. He's on my page.
All right, I will.
Barefoot Alex.
Barefoot Alex. Okay.
He just crushes them, man. I'm sure. No, Kimbo, how you doing? Okay, so
we have a product that we put down. We recommend actually that you can treat your yard once a year for fire ants. Actually, there is a product. There's a couple of products out there that are very good. You can treat them once a year. It will keep them under control in your yard. They may not be under control in the neighbor's yard, but who cares?
Right.
That's not your yard. So the problem being, of course, if they were to pop up, we would come back out and retreat free of charge to you. But we very seldom have that problem that we have to come back and retreat.
Awesome. Well, good. And you will come back out if they have a problem, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. There's never a question.
Snagged him. Very informative from Alex. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. No, what you said about the mounds was kind of interesting to me. Is that all they're trying to do when they create a mound is the water evidently is soaking into the ground, and they're trying to move that wet ground up top.
They're trying to vent that soil. They don't like it wet. They like it very, very dry. So that's why you never hardly in the summertime ever see any mounds. Okay, unless somebody's watering a lot. And then once in a while you'll see a mound pop up in the yard, or if it's gone 4 months or so without a whole lot of rain, all of a sudden, boom, it rains. Guess what? You're going to have a lot of fire mounds.
Okay.
Mounds. Sure.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know that they were trying to just get the moisture up from
trying to save
home.
The babies. See, they got all the larvae right there, and they're wanting to save them.
Very good. Rocky Canales. So you serious? Rocky, how you doing, man? Hadn't seen you a lot of street ball, right? Used to play street football with Rocky.
Really?
Yeah, when we were kids. Anyway, glad you joined, buddy. Listen, guys, do y'all have any questions as far as any of that goes? Feel free.
Just, I want everybody to understand, pest control is an ever-changing, evolving industry. I've been in this business 30 some odd years, and I've watched it go from using chlordane, which we can't use anymore, and they've taken most of the products off the market that we used to use. We don't use hardly any pure pyrethrum products anymore. It's all synthetic. Number one, it's hard to get them, and number two, it's the cost got prohibitive. We couldn't afford to buy them anymore. So you'll find that this industry, your pest control company needs to stay informed, needs to stay up with what's going on. We're finding more and more baits out there are working so much better for people, so you don't have to spray inside your house every 60 days, 90 days, every month, whatever. We can do a quarterly service. We can actually do a quarterly service on the outside of your home. Most of it, keep it your bugs under control, because that's where they're coming from, and not even have to put anything hardly inside your home now.
Awesome. That's good info, man. I really appreciate that. Vivian joined. Amy, how y'all guys doing? Thank you for joining. We really appreciate it. Right at the end, anything else that we need to be looking out for right now?
Fleas
Please.
are becoming a problem. It's that time of year. We've had all the rain. It's starting to dry up, and it's starting to get warm now. and the fleas are starting to pop out.
Did you take a shower yet? Fly won't get out of here.
I'm a pest control man. They're after me. They don't like me anymore. No,
I couldn't help it, man. I couldn't help
it's all right. Yeah, I did. I didn't shave. I'm coming back to the natural look again.
Alex has a question here.
Yes,
He and I know that we can answer this question. He says, as it pertains to my yard, is there an ideal length of grass that is optimal for keeping fire ants away?
No.
0, huh?
Plain as not.
I think that Alex, it really all depends on moisture, as we just learned there. Something that I was unaware of myself. I didn't know. If you're watering your lawn a lot during the summer, you're probably going to have some fire ant mounds. Watering your lawn as well, another thing, is water your lawn in the morning. And optimally, it's best to water your lawn probably between the hours of 4 and 5 o'clock if you can. Reason being is the root system will use what it needs, and as it gets warmer, that water that stays on top of the ground will actually burn off during the summer. If we water at night, what happens is that water just stays there and that moisture stays there, and it causes fungus and things of that nature. So that's the biggest problem with watering at night, is it causes fungus on our grass. St. Augustine is really prone to it, and Bermuda can catch it as well. But always water in the morning, and that way that'll help those fire ants as well. But I think that to answer your question completely, that was a straight up no.
Man, that's a straight up no. There's
okay.
No, there's nothing.
Can you be a little softer?
Oh, sorry. I don't think so. How's that? Is
there you
that
go.
Hey, no, let me tell you something though. There are some really excellent products out there for fire ants, okay? And of course, we have one that the industry uses that it doesn't matter if it rains or doesn't rain, the granule will stay there, okay? It's good. It works for not only fire ants, it works for fleas, ticks, roaches, almost all your general bugs. It also works for helping control them too in your yard. Once again, I emphasize so much how important it is to do on the outside more so than on the inside. Now, if you
for obvious reasons, I guess, why don't you tell us why that is?
Well, I mean, the majority of we don't want all that chemical put down in your house, to be real honest with you. The chemicals now are safer than they've ever been, but they're still chemicals.
Well, there's also another reason as well, is that if we treat the outside, the perimeter of the home, it's almost like a barrier, right?
Yes, that's what it becomes. It's a barrier around your house, and that'll stop the bugs from coming up. And of course, my company, what we do is we do a little bit extra than most people. We don't just treat the 10-foot perimeter around the house. Normally, I treat the whole yard with the product that I use for the granules. I just find that to be a much better way of doing it. Now, depending on, it does cost a little extra to have that done, but it's well worth the money to have that done.
Well, now, for pest control purposes as well inside the home, carpenter ants, ants period in general, the landscape, any landscape that is touching the home,
it's not good.
It gives direct access to your home for any kinds of insects that are on, say, ants, carpenter ants in the trees. We need to trim all the foliage, a good foot if we can, off of our homes, touching the brick, touching the roof.
Yeah, it's real important. I mean, especially on trees. Okay.
Right.
We're seeing kind of an explosion.
Rocky, thank you very much, man. Really appreciate it. Thanks for joining.
With rodents also this year, rats and mice. Rats especially can get up onto your house very easy. They're great jumpers. So if you don't have that trimmed away from the roof, they can jump. Okay.
I know somebody that's probably going to be calling me here pretty quickly to help with the tree. I got you. Promise. You know who you are. I think, maybe. Chime in if you want to and let me know. Jill Jones joined us. Jill, how you doing?
Good to see you. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Certainly.
And I thank all of you for listening in. I really do.
Yeah.
This is an interesting industry. Like I said, been in it a long time. People, I don't like these flies. People just don't realize that you can't, the old saying is you put a little down, a lot will do better. Not necessarily, okay? You always have to follow the labels, no matter whether you do your own pest control or you have a company do it for you. You must follow that label. If you don't follow that label, number one, you're going to make yourself sick, or you'll do damage to something that you're not supposed to, such as the environment, okay? And we're all conscious of the environment every day also.
Very good. Guys, I don't know. What else do you got? Got anything? Oh, well, we were actually, and real quick, we'll get out of here. The fleas. You said the fleas, and I know that my brother was experiencing some problems with the fleas. We got Greg Gibson.
Yeah.
Grego, how you doing, Gibson?
Fleas, they're a problem. They can get on your animals. They come inside.
That's I think that people were probably pretty aware of that. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't know. It's like people say to me, "What is this on me? What is this bite?" And I look at it and go, "It's probably a flea bite." Probably.
True, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
because people don't know what bites are. They expect me to know every bite.
I can see that now, and I jest about that, but you're probably right. What is besides spraying for fleas? What are some of the things that we can do on our landscapes to keep fleas down? And I'm hoping that close to this is about a nothing.
Well,
so what is
pretty much?
Is it really?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
we as consumers
there's products that you can buy out there.
Hey, guy.
But I don't know. As I've told people for many years, if all the products and all of the home remedies always worked, pest control guys wouldn't be needed. You wouldn't need a pest control company to come take care of problems because that stuff doesn't work. The majority of the stuff that you buy at Home Depot, Lowe's, any of those places, they're low in concentrate. They don't have any kind of real killing power or staying power. Oh yeah, they say, oh, they're good for 90 days. Well, there isn't any product that's good for 90 days except a few granulars, and they'll go 90 days, okay? But most products will not go 90 days. The sun will break them down. And
even the stuff that you get, or
even the stuff we get. Sorry to say, it all breaks down after a point. But with the stuff we get, it is a professional grade product, though, so it's not going to break down as easy. And so many of the products today are made of microencapsulated, which means that there's a little bubble there, and when the bugs run through that bubble, it's going to break, and they're going to still get the chemical on them, and the sun doesn't break that so easy. It doesn't break that barrier easy. Hello, I don't know what happened.
Reconnected.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry guys. You have to be a technician, a apprentice, a technician, a certified applicator, and then there's another class,
Greg has a question
yes.
for us. Because I always have lots of water bugs, roaches on railroad ties, landscapes. How can I control that better? Thanks, Greg.